Alright, Shalom Alechem, Erev Tov. Last week we spent some time, some of you were on Zoom, but none of you in the room were here in person. We spent some time talking about women's mitzvot. Yes, someone remember what we studied about? Very briefly, that men and women are obligated in 613 mitzvot. Women are exempt from mitzvot that are connected to time. The difference between Sephardim and Ashkenazim. Sephardim, the Rambam and Maran say that a woman can choose to do a mitzvah that she's exempt from, but she does not recite a blessing because she cannot say the words Asher Kiddishanu Mitzvah V'Tzivanu. I wasn't commanded, so how can I say those words? Rabbeinu Tam, a minority Ashkenazi opinion, says that she can because she's obligating herself and she's saying it, we're all commanded. Kiddishanu Mitzvah V'Tzivanu. And that already has become the Ashkenazi custom, even though many Ashkenazi rabbis disagreed. There are even some Sephardim that do that by particular mitzvot, like Lulav and Etol. And then we had a little piece on Kabbalah that we did at the end, about certain mitzvot which are masculine mitzvot and feminine mitzvot, and that there are certain mitzvot even though a woman will be allowed to do according to the poskim, but the Mekubalim would not let them do them. So for example, I gave you two mitzvot I spoke about. Which mitzvot a woman would be allowed to do according to Halachot, but the Mekubalim say could hurt her or damage her. Do you remember? Tefillin is one of them. Very good. Another one? What? No. Pam, do you remember the second one?
What was the question? I'm sorry, Kishraga came over.
Which mitzvah did I say that according to halakha a woman could do, but the Mekubalim say could be dangerous because it's a masculine energy mitzvah?
Oh, so it's Tefillin and Sefirat Omer.
Very good. I gave two examples: Tefillin and Sefirat Omer. Yes, meaning even without a beracha, the Mekubalim would be concerned. Now, I just mentioned all of that as an introduction. That class will be posted online if you want to review it. It's important. Now I want to read to you about Pesukei Tzimra. And I told you then what I'll tell you again now. And that is that I will read to you what he writes here as a son of Rabbi Vadia Yosef, alav shalom. And I will tell you in advance that I don't agree. The Beit Midrash in which I come from, especially by Tefillah, we believe that #women are also Jewish. Meaning, we believe that men and women pray. Both of them are Yehudim. Both are required to pray. What makes you a Jew is prayer. On page 16. And if you're using the PDF, it's not on page 16. It's going to be whatever page. I'll tell you in the PDF in just a second. Here. It's going to be at the top of page 6 in the PDF. You see that? Page 6. Nashim peturot me'amirat pesukei dezimra. Women are exempt from reciting pesukei dezimra. Why? Not all at once. Why are women exempt from a time-bound mitzvah? I'm on 16 in your book. Well, why? What's the halachic reason? You don't know. You just said it. No. He said it before. Women are exempt from time-bound mitzvot. And Pesukei Dezimra is a time-bound mitzvah. As we said last week, remember? We said that there's a certain time you have to start and end. Very good. V'im ratzu la'omra memidat chasidut, and if women wish to say Pesukei Dezimra out of piety, reshaot la'omram, they are permitted to say Pesukei Dezimra. Ach asurot levarech b'shem u'malchut. It is forbidden to them to say with Hashem's name the blessings of Birkat Baruch Shamar or Birkat Yishtabach. So they cannot say Hashem's name in Baruch Shamar. V'yesh b'zeh chashash isur beracha levatana. And there is a serious doubt here, meaning there's serious danger of saying Hashem's name in vain. The woman, according to Rabbi Badi Yosef. V'nashim edot Ashkenazim, and Ashkenazi women, שרצו לברך ברכת ברוך שאמר וברכת השתבח בשם מלכות, who wish to recite Hashem's name when saying Baruch Shamar and Yishtabach. You should not protest what they're doing, because they have on whom to rely. And in general, you should learn from here, yesh lilmod, שאף בברכות שהן שבח והודאה להשם יתברך. Let me pause here for a second. There are 3 types of blessings in the world. We spoke about this last week. Tell me categories. 1 type of blessing. Okay, there are no biblical blessings. I mean, yes, there are blessings that fulfill a biblical commandment, but not. So let's say 1 category, blessings. When are you going to say a bracha later today? On what? Shema. Blessings of a mitzvah. Anything that has the words Asher Kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mitzvat is a blessing on the mitzvah. So, like what? Tell me what. Like what? Tzitzit. What else? Titat. What else? Tefillin. Sukkah. Lulav. Matzot. Yeah. Okay. All of the things that are mitzvot. What? Yeah, the 4 species. Yes. All of those, al mitzvah, those are all blessings of mitzvah. We know there's one rule by the blessings of mitzvah, that you have to say it before you do the mitzvah. Yes? That's unlike blessings of thanksgiving. Birkot hashevach vehoda. Give me blessings of thanksgiving. Not like God blesses the turkey. Blessing of the... Okay, Hallel. That's it. That's good. Hallel, yeah. Give me what else? Right, after you travel, Gomel, Hagomel, when you travel and you reach a place safely, you say Hagomel. What else? Okay, let's hold off on that for a second. It's going to be interesting. You have the blessing after you go to the bathroom. What do you say? Asher, that's a blessing of thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, for letting everything work properly. You understand? Those are blessings of Hodah, Shevach Hodah, Shechianu, V'kimanu, those are, and those don't all happen before, like the one in the bathroom, you say afterwards, correct? Those are Birkot HaShevach V'Hodah. The last category of brachot, maybe there's another, but let's say the last category of brachot, you missed one major category. Mitzvot, thanksgiving.
You see like a star, like a beautiful sight coming onto an ocean.
Okay, those go in the category of thanksgiving blessings. You see something beautiful, you enjoy them. The most common brachot that you recite. Food. Yeah, birkot hahana or hanehenin. Blessings of enjoyment. You eat, you drink. Maybe you can argue they have the smelling of good besamim and those kind of things. That all goes in the category of, and those have blessings that come before and afterwards. So those also don't follow the rule of everything comes before. Correct? Now tell me, of all of the things that, those 3 categories, Baruch Shamar and Yishtabach fall into which category? Are they mitzvah? Are they thanksgiving to Hashem? Or are they over food and enjoyment in the world? Shevach Voda. That's very simple. Why? They don't have the formula of Asher Kiddishanu Tzivanu. These are blessings of thanksgiving. Now we know that women are exempt from mitzvot aseh shehazman geraman, time-bound mitzvot. And therefore mitzvot which have blessings that are time-bound, women don't recite blessings over them, at least not according to Sfaradim. What about a blessing of Shevach V'Hoda'ah? A blessing of thanksgiving that is time-bound? Like Baruch Shamar and Yishtabach. Is a woman not allowed to bless those either? Or is that a whole different category? And and that's a whole different category. Well, that's what he's saying here. And included in this, you should learn. Sha'af b'vrachot shehen shevach v'odah Hashem yitbarach. Even by the blessings that are only blessings, or they are blessings of thanksgiving to Hashem, shayach lomar et haklal safek berachot lehakel. You also say the rule of when in doubt, do not recite a blessing. V'chol sheyesh safek im levarech o lo, asur levarech. And in every situation where there's a doubt as to whether or not you say a blessing or not, you don't say the blessing. V'shev v'al ta'aseh adif. Our rabbis have a rule. Shev, what does shev mean? Sit, very good. Sit. V'al ta'aseh, what does al ta'aseh mean?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Sitting down and not doing something is better than doing it and it being wrong. Meaning, if you're not sure whether you should say a bracha, Hashem say, don't say the bracha, better you don't do it. Don't choose to do it and then you say Hashem's name in vain. Now, we usually apply that to mitzvot, to other things. But here he's saying, even by blessings of thanksgiving to Hashem, you can apply this rule. Here's a little bit of a hint already now, that based on what he's telling you, that the reason why he says women don't recite a blessing over Baruch She'amar Nishtabach is not because that's certainly the halacha, but rather because
It's a safek.
there's a safek, there's a doubt as to whether a woman should or should not say the bracha. And because of that, he's choosing to err on the side of caution and tell women not to pray these blessings with Hashem's name in them. Now, before you jump on me, I've already shared with you, this is not my opinion. There's a much longer piece of his that I wish to do with you that I'm not going to have time to do tonight, but I'm going to do with you next week, where he goes through from the beginning until the end all of the halachic sources that discuss prayer for women in general, and in particular, reciting these blessings. But, what? Yeah. That's right, all in one place and all in one time. But before I get there, praying without a Kadosh Baruch Hu's name, it feels a little bit funny for somebody who's used to praying with Hashem's name. All of a sudden you skip Hashem's name. It happens to me sometimes. Sometimes I go to a place, I know they're going to pray very late, so I already pray Shachrit early. And then when I pray, I say, Baruch She'amar v'haya ha'olam, Baruch Atah. And I let everyone say, Elokei melech ha'olam. I skip the parts of Hashem's name. They don't know that. They think I'm saying with them, or I'm spacing out, or they think I am. And that's fine. But to pray like that regularly would be very difficult. Now there's a new Siddur that's been going around for many, maybe 15, 20 years at least. It's a Sephardic woman's Siddur. I'm not talking about the Art Scroll woman's Siddur. I picked up the Art Scroll woman's Siddur once. I got so excited they made a Siddur for a woman. I went to go look at it, and I don't understand for the life of me what's going on in that Siddur. I don't understand why was that Siddur created. I don't know. It has some extra prayers maybe for pregnant women and things like that, but you could just print that on your computer. I don't know why you need to make a special Siddur for that. I thought what they were going to do in the Siddur, they were going to make the words in feminine tense instead of masculine. So I was so excited. I opened up the front page. And what does it say on the front page? Modeh ani lefanecha. How can a woman say Modeh ani lefanecha? That's like over there, in Spanish, there's O and A at the end of the word. One is male, one is female. Imagine a woman talking about herself with the O at the end. How do you say in Spanish, I want? Yo quiero. But if a woman says it? Same. Which one has an O, A at the end? Give me a sentence with A.
Second person.
Yeah.
Ella quiere or él quiere.
Okay, so imagine if you said that in feminine. It wouldn't make any sense. So they didn't change it. And then it comes to the blessings. I thought maybe about the blessings. Baruch atah Hashem shelo asani goy. It says there for a woman, shelo asani goy. But a woman is never going to be a goy. What is a feminine of goy? Goya. Shelo asani aved or eved. A woman can never be an eved. Rather, a woman can only be a shifcha. A shifcha. Right? These things, I thought they were going to fix. They didn't fix them. So now I'm very confused why they made that siddur. The Sephardic woman siddur, I know why they made it. Rabbi Ovadia Yosef, in his campaign to get Sephardic women to stop praying with Hashem's name, made the siddur, or commissioned the siddur, that essentially it skips all of the names of Hashem and the blessings he feels they shouldn't say. That's Baruch Shamar, that's Yishtabach, that's the blessings of Shema, that's all over the place. And I've been to a few people's houses in our community, they have the Siddur. If you ask our parents what you should do with the Siddur, you say you should give it a kiss and put in the Geniza. Give it a kiss. No disrespect. We don't disrespect it. What kind of tefillah is tefillah without Hashem's name in it? We vehemently oppose this idea that a woman should skip HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name all over the place in tefillah. Tefillah is tefillah. It's not a mitzvah here. We're not talking about whether a woman prays with Hashem's name or not. It doesn't mitzvah. If a woman sits in a sukkah and doesn't say the blessing, like the Rambam and Maran, she did nothing. She didn't miss out on anything. But if you skip tefillah when you're doing tefillah, so you're skipping tefillah. And so because of that, I don't recommend. I see people buy them for bat mitzvah gifts and the like. When I see a woman with a siddur, I've done it before. I do this a lot and for different reasons. I'll ask her how much she'll sell me her siddur for. I'll buy the siddur, I take it away, I'll give her a new gift. I see people's books in their house, books I think they shouldn't have in their house. I say, I want to buy that book. Can I buy that book from you? Sure. I take it. It's in my garage. My wife gets upset. I have boxes and boxes of books from all kinds of different Jewish cults over the years. You see, if someone's going to go to my garage and I think I'm a heretic, I keep them in the garage on purpose. But it's important. Now this is really if I would say the mainstream Sephardic approach today, is that women should be skipping HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name in many, many places in Tefillah. And that's something that's taught in Sephardic girls' schools and it's taught in many places. And next week, we're going to take apart why. Why? Who's on the other side of the fence? Which rabbis stood on the other side? Why are there? What are they really arguing about? What is a safek? Clearly, he's not clear. This is prohibited. He's saying it's a doubt. So much so is that when you see Ashkenazi ladies do it, don't tell them anything. They have who to rely on. So why Sephardic ladies don't have who to rely on? All of that we're going to talk about, B'ezrat Hashem, in our next shiur, God willing. For right now, I'm going to count the Omer with you, and if anybody has any questions or comments, please feel free to stick around and ask your questions.